Hi students, in this revision I have taken the question 20 of revision part 1. Since it is the question related to identify the tokens, here I have taken it separately. I am going to explain it. This is the question they have asked. Observe the following script and enlist all the tokens used in it. For each token, write its category to. First, I am going to explain what are all the tokens available and how you have to use it in Python programming. Then only I am going to deal with the question they have asked. So here you know that in Python we are having some tokens. First one is the keywords. In the 19th question itself I have explained about the tokens available in Python. Here we will see in detail. As I have specified, the help of keyword is the command that can be given in the command line prompt of Python to get the list of Python keywords. So here, when that command is given, it leaves the following list of keywords. So when a script is given, you have to check if the variables or if in that script if it has all these or any one of these keywords, then you can specify that token as a keyword, or it can also be specified as identifiers. Moving to the next category of token in Python, they are the identifiers. Here we are specifically saying that as a identifier, since here the user is going to define the identifier for their variable as well as the class name, function name, likewise they will be having, so it is called as the identifier. Python also has the inbuilt functions like input, print. These are all the class names, but they are the built-in functions available in Python, so they are also called as the identifiers. So the identifier begins with either the lowercase or the uppercase or the underscore, and then it encompasses either alphabets or alphanumeric, but it should not begin with the digit, that is the numeral. So this is the Python identifiers. And next moving to the Python operators. This is the third category. You know that the available operators in Python's arithmetic, relational, logical, bitwise. These are the operators. Next category is the literals. You know that string literals, numeric literals, boolean literals or logical literals. You know that. Now here I am going to explain one thing where you get confusion. That is, in numerical literal it consists of int, float and imaginary. Logical or boolean literals consists of the bool value, that is the true and false value, and then the text or the string literals, it contains string and then the byte, where the string is encoded as the Unicode characters and byte as the, that is the representation by the Python interpreter as ASCII characters. Here it includes a single quoted string, triple quoted string, all. In text character you see here the graphic, white space or the double quote or single quote, all these comes under this string letters. So when the text is with the single quote and double quote, we can say that it is a string literal. Here you see that in the between these double quotes it may be the symbols or white space, anything else, it considers that as a string. Likewise the triple quoted, it considers as a string. Moving to the next category of the literal, it is the none type. Here the none type is the literal where when any of the function defined in your program doesn't return the value, but you have to write the function, then it returns this value none. So that type of literals are called as the none type literal. Considering the next part, that is the delimiters. You know that the delimiters are the grouping symbols, punctuation symbols, and then arithmetic and assignment or binding symbols, and then the bitwise assignment or binding symbols. So these are the delimiters used in the Python programming. So when you encounter this, these symbols you can specify as delimiters. So this is the basic behind the tokens in the Python programming. So when they have given any script, you can categorize the token under any of these categories, and you can say that these are the token folder coming under the delimiter, keyword, operators. Likewise, you can categorize. Now, getting into the question part, here they have given one command, that is hash identify tokens in the script. So when you are getting this question, what you have to do is, here you have to specify that it is a token. One thing I want to explain in this slide, that is the lexical category of the token in Python says that it is identifier, keyword, operator, delimiter, literal, and the last one is it identifies the hash symbol as the comment. So comments document, it is the documentation for the programmers reading code, and the comment starts with the special character hash, and then the comments end with a new line. So the characters, within any characters between them, inside the comments it can have the white space, but these will not separate the tokens. It is the part of the comment. So the characters or any characters between, if there are any white space, all these are not separated as tokens in Python. So when the Python interpreter characterizes the hash symbol, the tokenization semantically makes it as a comment, and anything followed by that hash will not be tokenized. So all the thing is considered as a single comment, and then it exclude the comment. So it comes under the category of comment. So when the Python interferes with this hash symbol, it identifies it with the comment symbol. Next, moving to the next script, here they have given the variable name with the value assigned as a Arjun. You know that this is the value variable. So here it is identifier, and this is the symbol for this is the symbol for use as a delimiter, and then next it is the string enclosed between the double quote, so it is identified as the string literal. Moving to the next one, here there is a variable age, and then they are going to evaluate with the input function, and then the input, and then enter the age. So you know that all these symbols are the delimiters, and this is the string literal, and this is the identifier, and then this is the input is the inbuilt function. So you can go for this as a variable definition. You can also specify it as a identifier. So here the answer is identifier, again identifier, delimiter, identifier, delimiter, identifier, delimiter. Here this is the identifier, again this is the delimiter, and this is the identifier, and this is delimiter, and this is the string literal, again delimiter, and then delimiter. Moving to the next question, this is the print of name is age years old. Here you know that these are the delimiters. This comma is also delimiter, and this is the inbuilt function. So this is the identifier, and this is the variable specified. So this is called as the identifier, and then this is a string literal. This is again the variable, and this is the string literal. So you have identifier. Here this is the identifier, since it is the class name, again delimiter, again here it is the variable given, so it comes under the identifier, and this is within enclosed between these quotes, so it is a string literal, and here delimiter, and this is the identifier, again delimiter, and then string. So next, one clue to be given here is in Python 3.5 and above, it suppose NLTK, that is the natural language toolkit, where you can import the module NLTK and then go for tokenization. So when you tokenize dot word token of the given sentence, where whatever you want to find the tokens, you can include that, and then in your command line prompt go for tokens. It splits the given input into the tokens. You can try it and you can get the answers, and also you can verify whether you have splitted the tokens correctly. Thank you. One question I have specified, that is list 5 keywords that are also operators in Python. So and, or, not, is, in, all these comes under the keywords, as well as they are also acting as a operator. Is, in, and, are membership operators, and these are all the logical operators. Next is list any 3 keywords that are also literals in Python. Boolean literals, true and false, and then none. These 3 are the keywords which can also be used as literals in Python, because they are the Boolean literals. So you can give the value assigned, that is you can assign the value as true and then false to any variables. Likewise, I have already told that none type, whenever there is a function without a return value, it returns the value none. So this is 2 extra questions I have included, since it comes under the tokenization concept. Thank you.